Well, there you have it. Whoopi Goldberg is the latest celebrity to announce her exit out of Twitter.
You know, when you're a certain age, you use words that you know from when you were a kid or you remember saying, and that's what I did today, and I shouldn't have. I should have thought about it a little longer before I said it, but I did.
Let me be unequivocally clear about that. And watching this clip, I couldn't help but think how ironic that Whoopi Goldberg and Joy Behar and the rest of the ladies on The View spend their time calling Republicans the conspiracy theorists. But they have been wrong about everything they have said over the last couple of years.
Whoopi Goldberg suddenly disappeared, and now people are saying she left the country. This happened right after she was hit with a huge $800 million lawsuit by Karoline Leavitt. Karoline, who works for Trump, says she was set up during a live TV show. Now the FBI is said to be involved in the case too. After the lawsuit was filed, reports said the FBI might be checking the messages and emails between the show's producers and the network. Sources said Whoopi's legal team warned her that this was turning into something much bigger than just a defamation case. When the FBI looks into private emails and call records, it's not just about what you said on TV. It's about what you might have known before things happened. Things get even more suspicious. One person close to the show said that Whoopi was already planning to leave just days after Karoline's team sent the court papers. And it wasn't for a vacation. She was moving some of her personal stuff out of state. Another source said Whoopi canceled 2 important business meetings and suddenly changed her travel plans. That same evening, she took a private jet out of New York instead of meeting her lawyers. Someone even said they saw her at a private airport near Teterboro, getting on a plane with no security, no big group of people, just her 2 assistants and a bunch of plain-looking luggage. This isn't the first time a celebrity has tried to disappear when trouble hits. But because Whoopi has been in the spotlight for so many years, it feels.
They have mocked him, they have shamed him, they have lied about him consistently on their show. And it was a joy to watch them on November the 6th when they realized that tens of millions of Americans do not listen to the lies that they have spewed. These women are completely out of touch with reality.
Let's go over how this whole mess started. Karoline Leavitt appeared on The View, and right from the start, it felt like she wasn't treated as a guest. She was treated like a target. Joy Behar came at her with sarcastic comments, using that fake smile attitude she's known for. Then Sunny Hostin brought up Karoline's age in a way that felt personal and rude. Whoopi Goldberg even interrupted Karoline mid-sentence, acting like her opinion didn't even belong on the show. But here's the twist. Karoline didn't just get upset, she fought back. She didn't storm off the set to complain. Instead, she called her lawyers. Within a few days, what looked like just a bad interview turned into something much bigger. Most people would think it was just a tense political argument on live TV. But Karoline saw it differently. She saw it as defamation and filed an $800 million lawsuit against Whoopi Goldberg. And she didn't just throw around a big number for attention. She came with proof. She had emails from the show's producers mocking her before the episode even aired and messages showing they planned to embarrass her on live TV. This wasn't just a live debate that got out of control. According to the lawsuit, it was all set up ahead of time to humiliate her, not to have a real discussion. And with emails and screenshots to back her up, it's no longer just a talk show problem, it's serious.
I would like this young lady this is her first job, I would like her to do a little homework. Because she said something yesterday that really pissed me off. And that was, she said, there will be no wokeness here.
Oh, yeah.
Let me explain something to you. Because without that wokeness, you might not have that job.
Whoopi Goldberg suddenly disappeared after being hit with an $800 million lawsuit by Karoline Leavitt, who said she was ambushed during a live appearance on The View. Reports say the FBI is now involved, looking into emails and messages between the show's producers and the network, suggesting it's more serious than just a defamation case. Sources claim Whoopi had already planned to move her personal things out of state and secretly left New York on a private jet with only 2 assistants and unmarked luggage. The trouble started when Karoline went on the show and was treated badly by Joy Behar, Sunny Hostin, and Whoopi herself, who interrupted and dismissed her. Instead of staying quiet, Karoline fought back with a lawsuit, bringing proof that producers had planned to embarrass her before she even went on air. This showed it wasn't just a live debate gone wrong, but a setup. Whoopi tried to fix things by putting out a public statement, but the damage was done. Advertisers pulled out, ratings dropped, and viewers turned away. Now, with $800 million on the line and serious accusations against the show and the network, Whoopi is left trying to clean up a mess that might be too big to fix.
I'm getting off. I'm getting off today because I just feel like, you know, it's so messy. Yeah. And I'm tired of now having had certain kinds of attitudes blocked and now they're back on. Yeah. And I'm going to get out. And if it settles down and I feel more comfortable, maybe I'll come back. But as of tonight, I'm done.
While ABC was trying to handle the situation behind the scenes, things were getting worse for Whoopi Goldberg. Insiders said she started slipping. She showed up late to filming, and when she did come, her energy was completely different. She wasn't joking around like she usually did. Instead, she was snapping at staff and arguing over small things. This wasn't just a bad day, it became a daily pattern. Whoopi looked stressed, had bags under her eyes, lost her temper easily, and barely spoke to the other hosts like she used to. She knew the lawsuit was serious, and once she was officially served legal papers that tied her personally to the $800 million lawsuit, everything changed. It wasn't just ABC's problem anymore, it was her own. Under all that pressure, she couldn't keep it together and eventually broke down. Then, without warning or any official statement, Whoopi suddenly left the country.
This morning, ABC News suspending Whoopi Goldberg for 2 weeks.
The View released a quick statement saying Whoopi Goldberg was taking 2 weeks off for personal time, but they didn't give a real reason. Meanwhile, reports came out that she missed a court date related to the lawsuit, and that's when things really exploded. An insider said Whoopi had taken a private jet out of the country just days after being served the legal papers. Soon, "Where is Whoopi?" started trending on social media. People were tracking flights, guessing where she went, and wondering if she was hiding. Normally, celebrities take time off to rest or visit wellness retreats, but Whoopi left exactly when the legal trouble got serious. You don't have to be a detective to figure out what's going on. Meanwhile, Karoline Leavitt is acting like nothing happened. She's still appearing on news shows, podcasts, and political events. Even some of her usual critics are giving her credit for standing strong. They might not agree with her views, but they respect how she handled the View hosts. And now, with Whoopi completely silent, Karoline's side of the story is the only one people are hearing.
ABC, having just paid $15 million for a defamation lawsuit, would think not to engage in conspiracy theories and defamation attempts, but I guess that's too much to ask from The View. I mean, I gotta ask you, because they said it, are you aware of any plots from Elon Musk to push President Trump down the stairs?
Absolutely.
With Whoopi gone, The View just isn't the same, and the audience can tell. Ratings have dropped, and the energy on the show feels off. The other co-hosts seem uncomfortable, trying to act like everything is normal, but the tension is obvious. At the same time, old video clips are popping up all over social media, with people sharing proof of how the show has treated conservative guests badly in the past.
And let's be truthful about it, because the Holocaust isn't about race. It's about man's inhumanity to man.
What used to be lively debates on The View now feels awkward and forced. Some people are saying the show is trying too hard to avoid making the same mistakes. Before, they would drag guests and move on like nothing happened. But now they're struggling to keep it together. The situation has flipped, and fans are noticing. Just look at some of the comments. Goldberg ran like a coward. Finally, the mean girls are being held accountable, and I'm glad to see Karoline Leavitt standing up to The View. Others are even saying the show should have been canceled a long time ago. So here's the big question. What's really happening with Whoopi? Is she hiding to avoid legal trouble, or just laying low until things settle down? Whatever it is, the situation definitely isn't over. The lawsuit is still active, Karoline isn't backing down, and the show is under more pressure than ever. Leave your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you want the full story.